The anger. When we not yet understand anger, though we can control it, is temporary way. Where is anger from? When we have an anger, we usually support that another people causing our anger, as the anger is our body from other people living. Hence, we usually find a way to retaliate, although that's only a speaking or an action which causes anger or pain for that people to make our heart content. We think that we must do that to get a strength they want causes us more anger, a truth that we must retaliate. Our anger is stronger as a result. It leads us more exhaustion, because when we have an anger, our energy is burned completely. Our body continuously releases stimulants such as adrenaline and cortisol, make disorder of our body cycling, especially enhancement of heart rate and breathing strongly. We will take a temporary calmer, see everything falsely, think unwisely, and not control our behaviors. If the past generation, who the closest is our parents, owns an anger, it's difficult for us to escape DNA transportation. We are also affected from ways of their speaking and action. The environment to role and work considerably contribute for our anger reaction. The comfort and respect are easy to make us. A habit of processing whatever we want or ruling power before people. Therefore, there is a little problem which opposes our intent. We will be instantly angry. Besides, we also greatly influenced by social consciousness, so we often suggest that the anger is self-defense instinct tend to it. Other people don't dare to manage us. Moreover, we consider it a way to relieve our emotions and to get a balance in our life. Whenever we have troubles, but essence is that we are false. We not yet have nature of inherent green laws, no way to erase the uncomfortable more knowingly, otherwise we reach status more badly. Metabolism of the anger. After an anger, we often feel regretful and tormented due to our foolish and low responses. We know that when we are angry, that is the time which we lose our nice image and reduce the belief and love in other people. Hence, we wonder that don't let anger control us one more. However, when having an opposite issue, especially affecting to our rights and honor, the anger doesn't afford but come again. In that context, though we are reminded, we also cut across the reason loses the feeling from a failure to more failure. We become hate our anger. Sometimes we blame our parents why give us the temper which causes our misery and other misery. Actually, exists of our anger don't usually raise. It won't enough strength to make us misery. We create them from unexpected things, such as traffic jam, keep alive to buy something, call relatives but don't rely, food not correct from the taste, other people forget reading, and the troubles which we cause, like using mistaken keys to open doors, drinking hot water led to burn mouth, sleep on the stairs, finding books but cannot see, reminiscence about the distressing past. If we draw observe and reconcile opposite responses by something like that, the anger will certainly form as a law of nature. When angry energy source is mostly permanent in our consciousness, a small unattractive action or at least the unknown situation also causes it an agitation. It will be a violent anger, which we are really aroused. When we feel that an anger is rising and going to shoot a speaking or an action, we quickly find a way to isolate rooms which just impact on our anger. The most wonderful way is sitting in a quiet room or work on the side streets. In just case that we cannot guarantee the conditions, we continuously sit still and don't speaking anything, though we think that that's a satisfactory explanation. The behavior happens in the angry emotion causes our regret later. We try to forget the speaking or action which the other people bring us and give our mind to our rest for emotional storm mitigation. If we have an ability of our rest monitoring to control our emotions, it takes about 50 minutes to overcome our anger. For instance, when our house is suddenly burned, we concentrate to pile fire for inside value ashes ourselves, and don't be hurried to search and punish someone who with a pet causing a fire. That issue is resolved later. The rest is self-fun room when we are attacked by emotion storm, which we don't know how to deal with. However, if we use this way forever, we never clearly understand our anger. Not understanding the anger is that we cannot resolve it. We'll forever be displeased. Therefore, after we successfully look at myself, whenever having an anger, instead of piling away to retaliate, we spend a lot of time to observe our anger, concentrating our mind on roses that from an anger appears on our consciousness or an action until this appears. When we have experience, we will consider that the anger is not real. It's only an energy source which is reduced from operation of consciousness machine like warm awareness, exaggerated imagination, sensitive emotions, sense not protect carefully. Hence, only remaining that process long without reduced attitudes gradually, we will clearly be aware what's leading to our anger and easily metabolism. However, the mistakes often emerge is that we want to finish our anger when starting practice. A habit built in a long time cannot be changed in a short time. Observation on the anger can lead to the unhappy issues in the first time, but gradually we will awaken and feel very energetic as watching an action movie. We just sit still and inspect our anger naturally. But different to other angers, it does. We have an inspection. Of course, the anger still happens with their velocity, and we don't want to keep them to extinguish. We only inspect to understand how their operation mechanism. Every observation will provide us a new issue on impermanent nature of the angers. The mistaken awareness in our mind will be damaged. We need to be patient to adjust operation mechanism of our consciousness, but don't want to suppress the angers. When we not yet understand the angers, though we can control them, it's only a temporary way. Due to love, not be angry. We also not really satisfied with preliminary results, although we don't be angry at the past time. Even we can smile to her our bold rebuke or a careless mistake of courage. This way, when coming back home, if we are abruptly sophisticated and unreasonably judged by relatives, the reverse angry can go back us instantly. But we don't justify due to love led to be angry. We think that to unrelated people, we don't care. The issues happen because it's not unrelated with us. Why? Relatives living with us a long time, whenever just and love, willingly leaving them on things, but they behave us like that. It's a heavy offense. But a truth that we being angry before a task, which we don't have a defense awareness, because we think that we devote someone he or she doesn't have a right causing us a hurt. Rewinement of someone never causes us mistakes. Due to we have and offer them many issues, it's an illusion. Trying to change in that position, can we do that? Razor blind is increased day by day. Only the difficulty of economics makes people lose child. Do we neglect ourselves and one issue is a banality. If we are knowledgeable and steady people, we support them to regress, identify themselves, and the miracle of existing life may know. We rule them more hitting rate. Exception of we cannot own ourselves. We don't ever attempt to return for expectation or enlightenment and appropriate behaviors of other people back. Nobody likes to receive heavy and unhappy feelings, although they consider themselves having errors and not resisting. They will be very tired and dissatisfied. If we are careless, the issue can be misunderstood as the unmercifully a punishable attitude. They will inside harbor hatred and make more badly conditions. Remember that affliction is very delicate. If we don't possess a good skill of observation, we will be difficult to explore its operation. Until someday, we cannot think that where the mad angers overload explodes, because we often to subject you to think that we never have the angers, or only attempt to show our power, or perform to irritate other people, but we don't see inside anger ways. Every day the anger is accumulating a little. The anger energy reaches like a loud block. called an inside lock. The inside lock seems to dominate our behaviors. Whenever it makes us scroll and scrub it to this object, though he or she does nothing. Really, we don't understand our stubborn and ungenerous mind. Although in our speaking, we suppose that the issue is unworthy. Therefore, understanding on deep alleys in our mind is more important than extinguishing the angers. Hence, when we steal to import and always to pass away to corset our egos, our anger still forever exists, while the love is extermination of the angers. Angers is impermanent. Sunrise rest condensation, inviting mind for enlightenment, more love, more endearment.